Ask yourself this: how come homeless people hardly ever commit suicide? How many homeless people have you heard hang themselves on bridges? Most of the people who hang themselves are us, the ones who leave a property and look for a tree. And then people who have got no homes. I usually make this observation. If you want to see happiness, drive behind a truck full of construction workers at the end of the day. If you just want to see what happiness looks like, you know, those guys will be singing in there like they own the construction company. Do you understand? And you are in your car and you are miserable and you think to yourself, what possibly do they have that I don't have? Is the realization that our circumstances do not influence the value of life. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't be miserable waiting for someone to love you. What if they never do? Okay? And it's not a youthful advice. It's something I tell married couples when we do counseling, and I say, okay, lesson number one. As much as we are going to help each other make the marriage work, be very clear, no husband produces happiness. No wife produces happiness. Happiness is what you decide about yourself. Now, then those around you only have two options. Either to contribute into the happiness you already have, or to try and take it away. But both actions don't define you. You have to define yourself. Okay? So you have to decide. Some of us young people, we are not happy because we are not yet in a relationship with the person we like. So you have postponed your happiness. And then that just for me messes up the whole point of existence. I'll tell you why. Because you are going to die and no one has been told the date. Stop delaying your happiness as if you know when you are going to die. Who told you le moto izokufika usaphila? So when I greet you and I say we are grateful to God for the gift of life, I am not ignorant of the fact that someone is dying right now. I'm not ignorant of the fact that there is war somewhere. I'm not ignorant of the fact that someone is being raped as we speak. I'm not ignorant of the fact that a child is being born right now, but they are fighting for their life. I'm not ignorant of the fact that there's someone in a hospital going through chemotherapy. I'm not ignorant that you are seated here and you had to take your ARV before you came here today. I am saying that God is good precisely because even in those circumstances, we have found evidence of His goodness to override the pain of those circumstances. Amen. Are you still with me, saints? And we are not saying that these things do not move us. The people we celebrate today as heroes were not born out of good situations. They were born out of the very situations that make us question, does God really exist? And so even with you, you are not going to find your happiness in a perfect situation. Are you still with me, friends? Happiness is what you will need to build for yourself in spite of what life is trying to do. Happiness doesn't happen when you are born by a mother who's a CA and a father who's an advocate, and then you go to Crawford Primary and Crawford High School, and then you win a scholarship to do your undergrad at VETS, and then you graduate magna summa cum laude, and you win a sponsorship to do your masters at Harvard, and at Harvard you graduate with a masters and you find a city group inviting you to come and work for them, and you earn $100,000 $100 a month. That's not where happiness is found. People commit suicide there. If happiness was financial. Ucabanga ukuthi miserable ngoba uyahlupheka, bafile benemali. You've got to understand that the joy you need lies far deeper than a graduation, a wedding date, a promotion, a car, friends, being a yellow or brown bone, whatever it is you are aspiring for. When you've gone deep beneath all of those superficial layers, there you'll find happiness. A fountain that springs eternal regardless of your situations. So life is still worth a living. Then